So on Panthers TV, in association with Jeremias Chimney Systems, joined by another new signing, delighted to say hello to Swedish defenceman Victor Bjorkung. Victor, welcome to the Panthers. How excited are you looking forward to it and coming to Nottingham and the UK to play your hockey next season?
First off, thank you very much. Really excited to come to Nottingham. I've heard a lot of good things from speaking to Omar and Jonathan, and I've done my own research as well on the club and the city. So I'm very excited.
How much actually, as a player, well, yeah, I'm sure there was other offers that you had that you could have gone anywhere else. How much do you look at do your own research to find out about where you're exactly going?
I do a lot of research, especially when you get older. You get a little more picky as to where you want to play, and I've done fair amount of research on the league itself, but also especially the club and coaches, and obviously GM Omar and the players that they've signed already. Want to make sure that I put myself in a situation where I think that I could help the team and myself can succeed.
Yeah, how much is it important to kind of look at the roster a team's building, I guess, to see that how you fit into that part?
I mean, it's a big part, I think. I spoke to Jonathan and Omar a lot about the group they put together. They are very specific on which person they want or personnel they want in the locker room. And I think that's a big thing for me. Maybe you don't have the most skill in a group or whatnot, but if you have the best personnel, like the best people in the group that want to work together as a big unit, then that's the biggest thing for me.
Just want to talk a bit about your career, and you obviously started in Sweden, playing in those top levels of the junior leagues there with starting off with the Gardens and then Malmo. How was that playing at such a high junior level when you were very young?
I mean, obviously, it's important to get a good. It's when you play high junior hockey in Sweden, that's your ultimate goal. And I think it's a very good competitive junior league. But also, I went over to the States and played in the USHL and went to college afterwards. And I think it's very important that you build a good foundation from when you're young. We worked really hard in juniors here in Sweden, especially in Djurgården, where they have a really good program both for U16, U18, and U20s. And that was, it's my hometown team. I'm a big fan of that club. So for me, it was a big honor to play for that club and represent that club.
And how hard then was it? Because you mentioned you went across to North America, which eventually saw you play college hockey in the highly rated NCAA with Ohio. How big a call was that as a young lad to up sticks and you leave your hometown effectively to go to North America?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was the ultimate goal the whole time. Even from when I was young, I went over to the States playing multiple showcases every summer with my dad and friends, and we ended up making our own teams, traveling up over to the United States. We had some competitive teams, and from that on, I'm pretty sure I knew what I wanted to do with my hockey, and that was going over there and test my wings in North America. And obviously, the USHL was a big transition from the junior leagues in Sweden going overseas. I moved over when I was, I believe, 19 or 18 years old, and moving away from your family across the world was a big jump for me. But I think I grew a lot as a person, learned a lot, and probably added some little bit of grit to my game too, which is important.
And you say about learn a lot because since you left North America, you came back home, played in Sweden. You've since played in Denmark and Norway and Slovakia. How much of those experiences, I wonder, has helped build you as a player you are today?
A lot, I think. I like to test my wings in different leagues and explore different countries. And I mean, for me, just staying in Sweden and play there my whole career, yeah, I could do that. But that's not what I wanted with my career. I wanted to see new places and try and go win things in different leagues, and ultimately explore different cultures. And I think I learned a lot throughout the years in those leagues in those countries.
Well, you did win in Norway. I wonder how special that was to be the champion in Norway.
Yeah, that was it was a really big thing for me. I mean, it was. I mean, I don't think I've won that big of a trophy since I was a junior player in Djurgården. So for me, that was the biggest pro career moment, and that's something I'm going to carry with me for the whole life, for my whole life, basically.
I also note that I think it was in Denmark, you finished as the leading goal scorer for Defenceman back in 2017-18. And I did a bit of research as well and spoke to a coach that had coached against you previously in Europe and said that you'd be one of the best offensive defensemen in the league. How much of that offensive side do you cherish as a player?
Yeah, I mean, I like to play offensive, and I do enjoy it a lot. I do. But once you get older, you start to take more responsibility in your own end as well. I mean, I am a defenseman. But like you said, I take a lot of pride in my D zone. But yeah, ultimately, offensive it's my type of game. And I spoke to Jonathan, and I liked the way that he spoke of the way he wants to play hockey. And I think that's going to fit my game really well. Then it's up to me to deliver.
I mean, you look down the Panthers roster. I mean, you're going to be, I think, one of only at the moment 2 players, in their 30s. Is that again something that you might cherish? The fact that you'll be one of the more experienced players on the team, and maybe use that experience you've had all around Europe with some of the guys that are coming in age, only a few years younger, if you see what I mean, but obviously in their 20s.
Yeah, I mean, I still look at myself as 25. So I feel like I'm 25. I feel like I'm even younger. So, but yeah, I recently turned 30, and obviously that comes a lot of maybe more responsibility. You get older. You have to maybe take some of the younger guys under your wing as best as you can. And I mean, I try to lead by example. So I'm gonna do my best as one of the older guys in the group.
Brilliant. Well, listen, we'll see you in a few weeks. Thanks for joining us, and we
Yeah.
look forward to seeing you in Nottingham very soon.
Yeah, thank you very much.